Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. Today, who was in the control room, the audio control room? I'm assuming it is Juniper because he was sad. I know you realized there was a problem with your statement as you were saying it. That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room really was empty, that would mean Ms. Woods was roaming around the campus. Mr. O'Connor, if you really want to protect Ms. Woods, just tell the truth. If you believe in her, revealing the truth is the same as protecting her. Juniper's innocent. That's the truth. But in this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. When the ends justify the means, your only choice is to fight back with lies. Hugh's heart won't hold out under this battle between truth and lies. Is there something I can do to make his recent testimony false? Is there something I can do to make his recent make him recant his false testimony? Yeah. I have nothing to fear now that I have lost everything. Go ahead, Prosecutor Blackwell. Cut me down if you wish. I thought you'd never ask. With you gone, we may swiftly proceed to a verdict. Herg! Ah! He broke his shackles again? It's like it's gonna happen every time we're in court. Maybe, like, shackle his arms behind his back. That way, he'll have a harder time getting the momentum to slam him down. I don't want to be the poor accountant down in the detention center. Hugh O'Connor. In deference to your valor, I will limit your suffering with one clean blow. That's like fucking murder? You can't do that. Could you also just wait a moment?
Silence.
You don't come between a samurai and his foe. Eek! I never learned about this in law school. Careful, prosecutor. Remember the shocking experience you had last time. Right, the taser. Very well, Golden Boy may live for now. Enough already, Mr. O'Connor. Ms. Woods would never want you to protect you this way. She values friendship between the three of you more than anything. That's where you're wrong. She doesn't feel anything for me now. What does it matter anymore? I might as well tell you everything. This is, no doubt, news to you, but I am not and never was a genius. Sorry, but I already knew that. Yeah, me too. And don't forget me. Though, in all fairness, I was pretty obvious. I thought he was a genius at first, but... the stuff he said was crazy. No need to rub it in. Just shut up and listen. It all started several days ago. I accidentally learned that my parents have been paying good money for my grades. But that's bribery. So the bribery wasn't Hugh's idea? All of my perfect scores were the product of a cold hard cash, not genius. Even worse, when I confronted my parents about it over the phone. Juniper overheard me. Oh my, what a terrible misunderstanding. I've been living a lie. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm no genius. I'm completely worthless. Well, you know, you're right, but still. Not because you're not a genius. A perfect zero. See, you are perfect! Hugh. Even so, I still wanted to make it up to Juniper for disappointing her like that. That's why I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. I mean, she probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief for her to see me locked away. If you were trying to help her, then why did you testify against her? You were the ones who told me to tell the truth yesterday, so I thought if I did, it would help her. He wasn't trying to provoke us? It looks like we seriously misunderstood him, in more ways than one. Probably not. At the detention center yesterday, Junie was in tears when she opened up to me. But the truth is, the friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. If there were something that could help me prove that to Hugh... Huh, we have proof of our friendship. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, we can bet we'll carrying them around. Is it the choker? Why is he the only one wearing the choker? I know. What about the proof of friendship they mentioned? I want to wear what it is. I didn't buy it. That's a weird proof of friendship. Like, can you take that off? Q, did the girls call you? is that where this is going? I don't really know, man. Maybe it's, no, that's definitely it. That band around his neck. Maybe it's rubber and it just looks like it's ceramic or something like that. Mr. O'Connor, that band around your neck. That's your proof of friendship, isn't it? Proof of friendship? Is that anything like a proof of purchase barcode? In court, evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. It's the evidence that proves their friendship. Oh, how very interesting. And cheek. If they have doubts about their friendship, they can look at the proof that they have on hand. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hands always go to his neck when he's pressured. I thought he was choking himself, actually, but sure. It proves that he still has feelings, friendship towards the other two. But that doesn't matter if those two...
Objection!
But they feel the same way, too. I know they wear their friendship bands somewhere. We can't show this in this game. Ginny Ron must feel the same way as Hugh. I just know it. Everything Hughes has said leads me to believe that. In fact, he may also just told me that the others wear their proof of friendship. Were they easy to touch? They aren't wearing them now. Were they hard to spot? I would assume, because we haven't seen them. Oh, I know. They must wear them in places that are difficult to see. Really? And where might that be? How about around the belly button? Or on the soles of their feet? Oh, that would be hard to see. How could they wear their friendship bands there? Oh, right. That's right. You're wrong. Ginny, okay. Where it's easy to touch? All we have to do is think back to their testimonies. Ready? Miss Newman holds her arm when pressured. And Miss Woods huffs her flower when she wants to get high. But she also holds her wrist. I know Miss Woods very well. I guess. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like that. I don't know, man. Like, I definitely have friends that I haven't been in contact with years. Or for years, I should say. Or I should say, I've had friends. And when we reunite, you know, it's kind of like we never fucking stopped talking. Sure. But there is a strong but there, right? I'm not going to say I know everything about them or I know them very well anymore, right? If I haven't talked to someone really in 5-ish years or more, 7 in the game, like I still might think about them, I still might care about them deeply, right? But I don't know what they've done in those like 5 years. I don't know if they could have changed. People do sometimes change some things about themselves. Or they do other things that could have some vast impact on their lives. So I'm not gonna be like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm super close with this person I haven't talked to in 5 years, because that's not true anymore. I still care about them. We were friends, close friends forever, but it's been 5 years, right? And we haven't really talked. We drifted apart, which happens. I don't know. A lot of games and movies and books, they do things like this a lot, but I never really quite understand it. Then again, I don't understand like forgiving people that like murder a bunch of people either. It's weird. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. And taking the blame for it will only succeed in making her terribly sad. Yeah, ow.
Robin, those bands of friendship that you made.
What the fuck? I was not expecting that voice.
You may have forgotten about them.
So are they rubber?
Hugh.
Who let her out of this hell? What's she doing there? Just standing there, menacingly. What are you doing here?
And to think, I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
Yeah, relatable, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, and I didn't have a body double. I didn't move the body. I didn't even see it. It may look like I'm speed reading Zen and Art of the Mastering of the Bar exam, but I never read a single word. Well, you could have fooled me. In fact, you did. Hugh. So, Miss Cykes, can I place my trust in you? I'm gonna save Junie, probably. So yeah, I mean, we know we do, but still, you can place your trust in me. Then I might understand that the witness is recanting his confession. Yes. A most roundabout trial. I much prefer a turnabout variety to myself. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm enjoying the trial, but it's definitely got to be leading up to something, right? I thought we were talking about the jacket like a fucking Apollo was... Yeah, right? I thought that's where we were going a little bit. But then he didn't get the jacket in the second case, and then we did the DLC, which had nothing to do with any of it. And then now we're doing this, and there's still no jacket. Where is this magical, edgy turning jacket? Now, can we get back to the fact that there was but one suspect who lacked the alibi? Which is, in the end, the truth you've been seeking this entire time. So we're back to square one. Now I'm exhausted and depressed. It probably doesn't matter at this point, but I might as well update the mood matrix. Okay. I mean, Professor Means is still not there. Huh? Does this mean... Further resistance is futile. The time for a verdict is nigh.
Objection!
Please wait. What sort of devilry are you up to now? What if our client wasn't the only one who without an alibi? The trial would continue, right? Well, yes, I suppose it would. But after such a thorough investigation, does such a person really exist? Ow, my hand! Yeah, we found someone. It may seem like a major roundabout, but Mr. O'Connor has cracked his case. There was no noise. He was telling the truth now. During the mock trial, the balcony seat opposite of him was really empty, which means there was only one person unaccounted for. That's Judy. The only other person without an alibi is you! Elden Ring Man! Balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it, Mr. O'Connor? That's right. How many more times do I have to say it? So basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence!
Need I remind you, every last soul in the lecture hall heard him deliver his speech.
Objection!
I know, and that's not in dispute here. Now, let me explain how a speech can be given from an empty seat. It was pre-recorded. What if the speech was pre-recorded? That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from the empty balcony. I had trouble saying empty there for some reason. I don't know why. Wait, are you accusing Professor Means? That's insane. I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder. Take this to the police, he said, and tell them you found it. What? Really? Wait a second. Mr. O'Connor, did you just say that person gave you that phony recording to you? Phony? The defense will refrain from hurling unsubstantiated allegations. They're not, though. Well, I said he gave it to me, but what do you mean by it's phony? Wow. Who could have seen this development? Okay, so, well, I pegged him or O'Connor at first. Well, I didn't peg them, alright? Don't take that out of context, right? But I figured it was one of the two of them. So, the voice shouting, "You're a goner," as recorded on this tape, was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in the mock trial video. Why, this is an extremely crucial piece of evidence. Why didn't we submit this earlier? Professor Means gave Hugh the phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence.
The seat was never empty. 'Twas but an oversight from our dullet of a witness. An inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. He said it's often too easy to overlook critical symptoms.
Objection!
Well, we're not going to overlook this oversight. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Let's check with Professor Means to see whether the empty seat was a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into that would be inconceivable. That's enough, both of you. Now, here's my opinion on the matter. While the surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, a witness oversight, too, must not be overlooked. Thus, as a matter of whether Professor Means was or not in his faculty seat, I believe we must ask the professor himself. I agree. Professor Means should be there in the gallery, too. Or today. Do as you please. Hello! Will you please state your name and occupation for the record? Certainly. I am Aristotle Means. I teach the lawyer course at the Phoenix Legal Academy, and let me add that while I welcome any opportunity to assist with the trial, I don't care for this undue suspicion. Don't worry, Professor. We're just interested in the mock trial video right now. We just need to take another look at that speech you gave. Can we count on your cooperation at this? Very well. If that's all you're interested in, please proceed, Miss Cykes. Now, we need to find some sort of evidence that shows the speech was pre-recorded. Alright, I believe we're ready. Let's roll the video. Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. Oh, no. I'd forgotten how long and boring his speech was. Wake me up once this is over. Hey, no fear! The experience of our youth have a powerful and profound effect on our adult. Ah, you there! Wake up! Pay attention! Huh? Eek! I'm awake, I'm awake! Isn't that right, Your Honor? Huh? Oh, what? Ah, I'm awake too, wide awake. Yes, see? Once again, our pure white lady justice will be watching over all of you today. Oh, objection. Pay attention, you may make a difference one day, and you may make a difference. Now let the mock trial begin! Where is my human flesh to eat? That is about it. One of my better speeches, if I do say so myself. I even saw some of our students with tears in their eyes. He's obviously not familiar with the phrase bored to tears. Listen, Cykes Dodo, if you have subjected me to this epic study of tedium without purpose, Taka will feast on your tongue after I cut it out. Eek! But you were asleep the whole time! Well, Miss Cykes, did you notice anything strange about that speech? Yeah, can I please hear the last part again? Yeah, so clearly in this video, she's not white. There, I finally found out what we needed. Professor Means, I have only one question about your speech. Why does the last part we just heard contradict this? The Golden Lady Justice. The professor said the pure white Lady Justice would be watching over them. But the Lady Justice in the video isn't even close to being white. It's as gold can be. I'm not sure I wrapped my jaw around that to test its authenticity. Authenticity, there we go. I didn't say it was made out of gold, Your Honor. It's true that the statue is pure white, but it broke before the mock trial began. And the one you see here is a replacement. Oh, well, that's a shame on every account. Ironically, the golden statue sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the white one. Meaning the professor wouldn't have made a mistake in his color if he had been present. It seems that I have caused some confusion, but it was merely an oversight on my part.
Objection!
The statue was in the middle of the room. How could you not know what it looked like? Well, I was in the balcony seat. Furthermore, the statue had been previously white. Right, this isn't sufficient evidence of the speech being pre-recorded. We had our answers long ago. The accused was the only one to leave the lecture hall. No, wait. There's gotta be something that can prove the speech was pre-recorded. According to the mock trial video, the speech started here and ended here. It's a little over 10 minutes, but I doubt anyone wants to be tortured again. It was only a little over 10 minutes. It felt like it went on forever. How'd you figure out how long it was? Easy, there's a timestamp. What, are you fucking blind? All you have to do is subtract the time the speech started from the time it ended. The speech goes on from the 10-minute mark to the 2035. Wait a minute. I could swear this is the same interval of time listed among the evidence. Maybe there's a way for me to use the speech time to show it was pre-recorded. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh! Here.
Take that!
I would like the court to take a look at this. And this is? The voice print and analysis that proves the voice of the tape recorder belonged to our client. Yes, but didn't we just establish that the voice on the tape recorder was a fabrication? We did, but what I like to focus on is the noise that is also there. Noise? Yeah, the defense believes it resulted when the tape's previous recording was erased. And what do you hope to prove by that? The length of the noise is what's important. It's 10 minutes and 35 seconds in all. And what did the timestamp read at the moment Professor Means begins his speech? That would be exactly 10. Now let's fast forward to that long-winded exercise in boredom to the end. It's like, hey, I still have feelings. Okay, stop. The video stamp now reads 2035. Based on this, we know that the time it took for the speech. We know the time it took for the speech alone. Right. So drop 10 minutes, and you get 10:35. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Right. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. The same as the noise on the tape recorder. Tape recording. I assume you all understand what that means. Professor Means' pre-recorded speech had been where the noise is now.
Silence.
You seem rather confident considering this is a mere happenstance match of numbers.
Objection!
But it really is. Is it really just numbers? Labs continue. I'm here apparently now. I don't think I'll be a prosecutor in this game whatsoever. Maybe in the next game. I don't really know. It just disappears. I'm not feeling well, Mr. Stark. The police are now analyzing the noise as we speak. It won't be long until we know what was originally there. Now I'm sure of it. The professor was trying to create an alibi with the recording. By pinning the crime on Junie. Well, he's not gonna get away with it. Not on my watch.
Ms. Cykes, I believe you are well aware of my methodology. Even if Juniper were the perpetrator, I would vigorously defend her as per my word. It is that purpose I offered to be her lawyer. Alas, look what happened.
All the stated is the obvious deductions derived from evidence and testimony.
Truth be told, I had no intention of testifying. I had been keeping quiet for Juniper's sake. But now that you cast this blame upon me, I have no choice but to reveal the truth.
Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good.
Actually, no, it sounds like he's willing to lie. I will now reveal the truth behind why I had to pre-record my speech for the mock trial. I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say by all means. Alright, Professor Means' testimony. The defendant came to me with what she said was very important, and by necessity, secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial. Juniper confessed to the murder and asked me that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to the pre-recording. But when I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it because it is the humane thing to do.
What? How is trying to get someone declared innocent for murder, even though they did it humane? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe you might get her a reduced sentence? I don't know.
Oh my, you're saying the defendant threatened you?
This has to be a lie. I mean, everything about it lines up too perfectly to be true.
On this most consequential occasions, let me be completely frank with you. Juniper has truly taken to heart my teachings that state the ends justify the means.
I don't believe you.
When she asked me to defend her, she said I must also prove her two friends innocent. Her two friends, the witnesses. Correct. Hugh O'Connor and Robin Newman. I was to ensure all three walked free. All three were to achieve their dreams. That was the result Juniper was seeking. And she was even willing to threaten me, her own professor, to that end. You no doubt had high praise for her ruthless tactics. Yes, well, that is why I vowed to vigorously defend her despite her threatening me. There was a time when lawyers merely sought the truth if they wished for victory in court. But alas, those days are over. Now in defense of justice, order, and all that is good, the ends must justify the means.
I'm so sick of hearing that phrase. Yeah, I'm kind of done with it myself, to be quite honest. That and the dark age of the law.
Though it truly grieves me that I must tell you this. Forsake the truth if it's victory you seek. Steel yourself for this new courtroom reality.
That does it. He's gonna regret dragging this dismal, depressing idea in here. Since he's already surrendered to the dark age of law, it's up to me to fight it.
Why so silent, Cykes, don't know? Something on the matter?
This is a court of law. There's no place for long-winded talks about idealist principles. That's why I'm going to let the evidence do the talking.
Let's not get carried away now, Miss Cykes. It will not do to have you attempting to discredit my doctrine. Do not force me to rectify this situation.
No, go ahead and rectify it, fucking bitch. Only if I lose and you win, that is. Seriously though, what kind of condition do you have to look like that? You can't just ask people that, Chronos. No, seriously though, why is your hair like stone?
Or I would say you're an albino, but you don't have the eyes. That would explain the skin a little bit. The hair, not so much.
Another client would have come to you with something like that.
You have a point there. If only Professor Court had been alive, I suspect Juniper would have gone to her instead.
So our client came to talk to you after Professor Court was dead?
Let's go through this step by step, shall we? First, Juniper came to me that day.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting it was our client who told you to fake an alibi?
You have every reason to be surprised. I too was shocked by when she told me that. Simply put, Juniper has a secret that she wished to protect that badly.
Is he kidding me? That lie couldn't be further from the truth. The problem is, how am I going to expose it?
If it was an earnest request from an outstanding student, how could I possibly have refused?
By calling the cops if it was even remotely true. But we know it's not.
Hold it!
Did you consider that a threat?
Yes. What now? It's now you to whom she has passed her demands to. Miss Cykes, you must realize that you too are being used by Juniper.
What?
Your Honor, I ask that you too do not let her feigned weakness and innocence fool you. Juniper Woods is quite clever and extremely tough. And perhaps most importantly of all, she is a fervent following of my teachings.
Objection!
Your Honor, the witness testimony is nothing but an attack on our client's character.
Very well. Objection sustained. So be it. Nevertheless, the fact that she threatened me is immutable.
We don't see that often for our side, do we, in these games? Our objections, like, towards that being sustained. Does it feel like we don't? Normally, the judge and the prosecutors just, they're allowed to do whatever they want for the most part. Up until we have evidence that shows that they're wrong.
Hold it!
How can you overlook such a threat? As a teacher, it's your duty to discipline students.
Yes, well, perhaps I do have some serious reflection to do on this matter. I suppose it was just wishful thinking on my part. I wanted to believe that Juniper hadn't actually committed murder and that she hadn't meant to threaten me. Really, please do explain. Long had I waited for a student who would obey my teachings. Does this witness realize what he's saying? Surely you must see the true meaning in my words. I am merely staying true to what I teach, and my methods are but a reflection of the times. Oh wow, his way of thinking is really warped, but I hadn't heard any inconsistencies yet. I wouldn't be so sure. Really? The more he tries to avoid logical inconsistencies in his testimony, the more likely we'll see inconsistencies between his actions and words. It is a dark age we live in, and there is much I would like to say on the matter.
And this is the last one.
Hold it!
You're trying to protect your client. Yeah, right. He'll say anything to pin blame on Juniper.
What a frightful look. I would ask that you not glare at me so. I've nothing but admiration for how Juniper was willing to go as far as to threaten me. That's why I'm protecting her at any means possible. By any means possible. She has been a model student with the murder and all that.
Liar! You're trying to pin the blame on her. How am I going to show what he's saying isn't what he's really thinking?
You cannot possibly overturn my claims, so isn't it about time you admitted defeat? After all, if my unassailable logic is not true, then what is?
You think I'm gonna give in to his pack of lies? He's got another thing coming. I gotta find a hole in his story if that's the last thing I do. Even though he's rotten to the core, he's a total pro. I mean, that all made perfect sense. Yeah, but you can't believe a word he says. He's making this up as he goes. He'll trip on his words yet. Time to see how consistently the professor's testimony matched up with his actual actions. So we get 2 dings, right? Right. Yeah, there was 2 dings. One was here, right? And the other one, I think it was it in the second one?
Hold it!
No. Third one?
Hold it!
Oh, Jesus Christ, Venus. Why would you do that? Anyways, for following my teachings. How would we prove that otherwise? That she was the snitch? And this was the other one, right? Nope. You know how to actually commit the murder. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe those dings aren't actually something I need to... Yeah. So it's either... Oh, it's the picture. It's gotta be the picture, right? Huh, no. There was something saying that... I know he says she's a follower of his teachings in the white text, but I don't think that matters. Like... Not here. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what I need to show or where. I'll start with the picture here.
Objection!
No, it's not right. Your Honor, members of the court, please look at this. Look at this photograph! That's right, there's no need to explain anything. The evidence says it all. So I was like, what are you talking about? Well, I could try it on the other one. Here. But that doesn't make any sense. So I'm definitely missing something. That's for fucking sure. I have no goddamn clue. God damn it. Yeah, I have no clue. I guess I could go through the presses again. Man, that takes a while. Okay, 1 second. Hey, I'm an idiot. We know Chronos. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I actually already forgot he doctored the recording. I looked it up because I was actually like, I have no fucking idea what I need to do here. But yeah, yeah, he did this. I'm dumb. So, let me get this straight. You were trying to help Ms. Woods. Huh, that's nothing more than a bold-faced lie. No offense, Your Honor. Oh, bald-face. Such defamation of my character in your hair follicles, Your Honor. It is outrage. Miss Cykes will clarify her statement and leave my hair follicles out of it this time. Yes, of course, Your Honor. Now, let's please take a look at this. The witness gave this tape to Mr. O'Connor. Then he slyly whispered, "Take this to the police and tell them that you found it." There was no whispering, slyly or otherwise involved. I simply did that out of kindness.
Objection!
The tape contained our client's voice. In short, it is incredibly damaging evidence. Why would it even exist if the witness wasn't trying to pin the murder on the client? They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but not yours. You never had good intentions, only lies to protect yourself from while blaming others. You, Professor, are the embodiment of the dark age of the law. I mean, I like that theme song. Can we actually go back to playing that? Why, you little... You dare call my teachings and methods lies? I got a chalkboard. And weird hair now, apparently. What the fuck? Phoenix Legal Academy is a proud institution. It's the most powerful in the world. You'll never forget what true education and lawyering means once I'm through with you.
Huh? Professor Means, what's with your hair?
Quiet! No talking in class.
Yow!
Eyes and ears up here, everyone. Homeroom is now in session. We will begin with roll call. Athena Cykes.
Huh? Oh, here?
Apollo Justice.
I'm here. I mean, here. Oh, I'm fine.
Fool! The proper response is here without any extraneous information.
Ouch. I mean, here.
Next, Your Honor. Here. See, class? That's the proper way to answer. Simon Blackwell. I said Simon Blackwell. Are you here or not?
There's always one, isn't there?
Well then, I'll just mark you absent. Now, get out of my class this instant! Get out. Very well, if that's your wish. Who am I to find my homeroom teacher? Is that such a good idea? Prosecutor Blackwell is free of his shackles. Ah!
Ha-ha! It so happens I was a member of my high school disciplinary committee. We shocked the shit out of everyone there. But is that really so shocking?
Lapdog to teach is a pet. What a malleable mutt you are, Fulbright. Very good, Bobby. You just earned yourself a gold star and a promotion to head disciplinary. All right. Our class is now in session.
Why do I have this sudden urge to go to the nurse's office with a stomach ache? Why are you only writing on the right side of the board?
Pay attention, I am not the killer. Juniper is. This will be on the next test, so you had better be listening.
Objection!
But Professor, you created a phony tape to pin the blame on Juniper. Plus, you were the only one who could have moved the body during the mock trial.
Athena, you disappoint me. To think you would label me a murderer. Now pay attention. The murder occurred at on the 23rd between 6 and 8 p.m. I was already at home at that time.
Objection, I got pictures saying otherwise. So how could I have been involved? At least I fucking know that off the top of my head.
Objection!
What does it mean? Can you really prove you had already gone home by that time?
Can you prove that I was still in school? Yes!
No. Yes, you can! What do you fucking mean? He's right there!
So you admit it. Well, you just earned extra credit for your honesty. But you also earned yourself lavatory cleaning duties until you graduate.
Ew! Oh, ew. I do enough of that in the office.
Yeah! No way, man! I totally object!
Robin? I can't believe I fell for the professor's silver-tongued lies.
Why you? How dare you talk about your teacher like that? I'm not listening to you anymore, man! No way, no how! Now, I have a confession to make. You know those two statues that were on stage? I didn't make them all by myself!
The statues on stage? Do I want to know where this is heading? I was able to finish one of them, but the last bell rang before I had time for the other one. So I asked Professor Means to make it for me. In other words, the professor was there on the stage after the last bell? Right. It would have been way past 7 p.m. before he could have finished.
Professor Means was still at school. This is incredibly important testimony.
I also have the pictures. The professor told me I'll take care of it. I thought my parents would let me be an artist if I said I made both statues myself. Sob, I'm so sorry for not telling the truth. Robin, Chronos is blowing at his mic. Can you do the female side more often?
Quiet. Or quick, somebody get this juvenile delinquent out of my sight. Simon, you head honcho among the delinquents, do something. Ah! And who's in charge of the class pet around here? Not interested. But if you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Of course. Only real blades will do. No swords at school. All weapons will be confiscated.
I would hope so at school.
Nurse! Nurse, where's the school nurse when you need one?
It would seem Cykes seeks a showdown, Professor. In which case, you would do well to draw your staff quick as lightning.
Very well. Then I will have to prove my innocence myself.
I said no pets.
The real lesson begins in second period. Prepare to be served old school style.
What does that... Oh, never mind. Your testimony, please. So I don't even have to show the pictures? Okay, Professor Mean's work of art. Next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next episode. Have a great day. Bye. Hopefully I didn't blow the mic out too much with that Robin stuff.